Hey guys, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. Yeah, the old clock says it's 5 o'clock. Beer 30. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hey guys, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. I bet this is going to be impressive. This is St. Arnold's Bishop Barrel, which means barrel aged, number 15. And I did the number 14 not long ago, and it was a very impressive beer. Russian Imperial Stout brewed with coffee, but the coffee had faded. It was a 4-month-old beer, and the coffee had faded in 4 months. Was very surprised that coffee faded that much in 4 months for a beer of that magnitude. And this one says it was brewed in August 6th of 2015. It was racked in September 18th of 2015 and bottled on September 13th of 2016. English style barley wine, and top of barrel was a Whistle Pig rye whiskey barrels. Alcohol is 10.5% prior to barreling and 13.1% after barreling. Bitterness of 28 IBUs. So to give you a little background information on this, Beer Advocate has this beer listed and Rate Beer does not. Couldn't find it. I typed it in several different ways and they had the 14 listed but not the 15. Don't know what's up with that. So as far as I'm concerned, Rate Beer is out of the picture. That's how it works here. I'm not going to jump through hoops to try to find it. And I'm sure somebody will say, oh, here it is. Oh, here you go here, go here, go here. Jump through this hoop, jump through that hoop. No, homie, don't play that game. When I type in St. Arnold's Bishop's Barrel 15, if you don't return it, you're out of the picture. So Rate Beer is on the hind titty on this one. They're out of here. So as far as I'm concerned, they don't exist on this beer review. So evidently nobody's posted any comments or nobody's added to the registry. I don't know how that works with those clowns, but it is what it is. This is a barley wine ale that's been aged in bourbon barrels or whiskey barrels. I don't, and I usually get my commercial description from those guys, but they don't have it listed, so it is what it is. And so I'm going to read off the back of the bottle. Barley wine aged in rye whiskey barrels. With our Bishop Barrel series, we experiment with pairing our ales with a variety of different barrels, fruits, or whatever else might strike our fancy. We age these in our barrel room anywhere from a few months to well over a year. You can find more details at starnolds.com. Cheers. So, Brandon sent me this one. He also sent me the 14 edition, and I thought it was freaking awesome other than the coffee had faded. So let's see what this one brings to the table. Food pairings for this style of beer. The cheeses are the sharp, blue, cheddar. Your more pungent cheeses, your stronger cheeses, Gorgonzola and Limburger. Aspirated pint, Becker, non tumbler, snifter, oversized wine glass. I got my favorite snifter today and can be sold for long periods of time. Well, we're not going to sell this one. We're going to drink it. So, Brandon C. down in Texas, thanks a bunch for sending this one to me. I'm a big fan of St. Arnold's beers. I really am. Wish I could get them here in Virginia. You see that aggressive pour? We just barely got an 1/8 of an inch head on this one. It looks pretty clear. It is a rich, ruby red, mahogany colored beer. A lot of bubbles streaming up from the center of the glass. Let's get a nose on it. Oh yes. Oh, I'm getting the whiskey-esque bourbon notes on the nose. Oh. Big boys beer. Nice sweetness to the back end, but the alcohol is definitely present. Now they haven't added any coffee or anything like this that's going to fade, so this may be a great candidate to cellar. 13.1% when they put this in the bottle. Drink this one at home, guys. Don't drink this out in a pub or a brew pub or a bar or anything like that, unless you got a designated driver. One of these will probably get you a DUI if you went through a road check. Two of these, you're going downtown. Oh, wonderful aroma. I love these barrel-aged beers. And we're not going to lose anything like a coffee that was done in the 14. This is a 15, no coffee added or anything like this. A strict barley wine aged in the whiskey barrels. Oh wow. Let's do it. Let's dive in. Cheers everybody. Final beer of the evening for me. Cheers. Cheers Brandon. Oh. Oh man. That is delicious. The whiskey-esque bourbon taste is there. Not overpowering, it's not burning or anything. It's perfect. Hints of vanilla, woodiness, caramel, toffee. Maybe some brown sugar, a nice sweetness to the back end to pair up with that bourbon. Slight hints of some dark fruit in there. Wow. Very well done. Very, very well done. I'm sure the other half is going to love this. When I hand her these beers, she goes, and she tastes it. She goes, you don't want any more of this? And I always say, no, I don't. And she'll take another sip or two and she'll hand it back to me. But I could just see you say, no, you go ahead and drink it. But she knows I'm reviewing it, and I need to let it warm up a little bit. And this would be a great candidate to fire up a nice Maduro wrapped stick. I think I got a bare knuckle from Punch out there that I've been smoking on, and that'll pair up very well with this. So this is right out of the fridge, 40 degrees. Let me let it warm up and let her have a little bit of it. We'll see where this one ends up. Pretty impressive right now. Alright guys, I'm back. I've been sipping on this about 30 minutes or so. Very nice beer, very well done beer. For barley wine that's been aged in whiskey barrels, it's awesome. It's freaking awesome. This is a great candidate to cellar for a long time if you want to. I don't pick up anything that you would want to be careful of, especially since it has no coffee. It's been added to it and it will fade over time. This is a great beer to cellar for a long time. 2, 3, 5, 10 years or even longer. But it's not, you can have it fresh, just like I'm doing here. It's not hot, it's not burning or anything like that. A great beer to have, fresh or to cellar. Wonderful aroma on this beer. It's off the chain, guys. The barrel aging on this, the woodiness and the vanilla and the dark fruits are definitely present in this beer. Went very well with the Punch Bare Knuckle cigar that I was having with this. Did I get a buzz? Yeah, slightly. Final beer of the evening for me. Having surgery tomorrow. This is aged the 12th. I'm reviewing this on the 12th of October. It probably won't post for at least a month down the road. I've had that many wonderful beers sent to me by Brandon and Rico and Pat and everybody, Michael and everybody that sent me beers recently. Very nice, wonderful beer. A great beer to cellar if you choose to do that. I love the aroma on these barrel-aged beers. Did I say Yes, I did. Final chug. Wow. That's delicious. That is freaking awesome. And you can drink this fresh. It won't burn your throat or do anything crazy like that. 13.1%. Big boy's beer. Definitely a sipper, not a chugger. You wouldn't want to get this beer and suck it all down. You want to enjoy this type of beer. You really do, especially these bourbon barrel aged or whiskey barrel aged beers. You want to enjoy them, guys. You really do. You want to sip on it. Great sipping beer. Very nice. Well done. Very impressive beer to me. It's everything that the label says it is. As far as I'm concerned, guys, it's a 10 beer. It is outstanding. It's world class. It's awesome. It is freaking awesome. Everything that you want in a barrel-aged barley wine. Nothing I would say that would change or what I would recommend them to do on this beer. It is a 10 beer. It's a 100 for me. It is outstanding. It's world class. Very delicious. Like I told you earlier, I couldn't find anything on rate beer on this at all. So, being a fairly new beer, I'm very surprised that they don't have something on it, but they do not. So, and I'm sure somebody's going to post, oh, here it is, here's the website, and all this. When I type in the name of the beer, St. Arnold's barrel number 15, and they don't return anything. And I typed in St. Arnold's, and I went through 2 or 3 different processes to find this beer on their site, and I couldn't find it. So they're out. They're out. Beer Advocate has this beer listed, and they don't have enough people that have posted comments on this to give a rating. So Rate Beer and Beer Advocate both are out. So I'm on my own on this one. And for our final check-in, well, before I go over there, I told you guys, I think it's a 10 beer. It's a 100. We'll go over to Untapped, and they say it is a 4.42. Not quite to 4.5, which would be a solid A. They have it in the A- category of 4.42. I think it's better than that. I don't know what you would want to think this beer was a 10 beer. I do think it's a 10 beer. I think it's awesome. A great beer to have now. A great beer to cellar for a couple years. 2, 3, 5, 10, maybe even longer. At 13.1%, this beer is going to keep for 20 years. And it's just going to get better over time. It's going to get more complex. The flavors are going to combine a little bit better. And the longer you keep it, the better it's going to get. Even though it's a great beer to have now, buy you a 4-pack of these. Have one now. Have one 2, 3, 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road, 15 or even 20 years down the road. If you buy a 4-pack of these, you could space them out. Or if you wanted to buy a 4-pack of this, and if they do it again, you could do a vertical side by side and see how it changes or how the beer has matured over time. Great beer, awesome beer. So if you've had this one from St. Arnold's, this is a Bishop Barrel number 15. Very tasty beer. If you can get this beer in your area, or if you've had this beer, let me know what you think. And if you see this beer, you need to pick it up. You really need to pick it up. It's an awesome beer. I don't think there's anything else we need to talk about. If you've had, let me know what you think, guys. And having my surgery tomorrow, so I hope everything goes well. It sucks getting old. That's what I say. So come on back tomorrow. We'll do something different and see what we got in the fridge. See you then.